They're an animal that everybody loves to look at on Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, National Geographic Channel. They get the #1 ratings along with 2 other types of animals. They're not bunny rabbits or hamsters. They are the shark and the snake. What do all those animals have in common? The majority of people don't know much about them, and there's lots of scary rumors spread about them. Okay, anything we're scared of that we don't know much about, we love to see. These types of animals, 90% of their life, 90%, this is what they do. Now, when you watch them on TV, they're always moving. That's TV. It's called editing. They edit all that out, and they only show the action, so you don't change the channel. They show that for 5 seconds, you change the channel. So they have to show action all the time. That's the truth. Now, very interesting. Since they're always like that, they've existed for millions of years. That is why. You see how we are? That's why we are all worried about how long we're going to exist. Because of how we are. We're always moving. We always want everything. We're worried. We waste. Look. Meanwhile, he's there. Like a ring in your jewelry box. Leave it alone, it stays there. Now, all of these animals to be respected. Why do I say respect? And I am not like Discovery Channel preaching fear. Everything that humans fear, we will never protect. What we respect and learn about, maybe it gets a chance. Around the world, everything we fear is disappearing. Nothing on this planet is more dangerous than this. We are the most dangerous thing in the world. Times 10. Humanity kills more humans than anything else in the world. Man.
That's true.
Man also kills anything that lives more than anything else in the world. Remember, when you look at statistics like the alligator, since 1970, less than 25 people have been killed by the American alligator. Since 1970. And it's funny, we point at them and we say, watch out. But we walk through downtown Miami like this. Okay? Well, guess what? In South Beach alone, in the first 7 months of the year, over 110 people were murdered by humans. Since 1970. In the whole southern part of the United States, millions of alligators, less than 25 people. Around the world, sharks. Everybody's scared of sharks. I don't know why. Coconuts kill about 4 times as many humans as sharks do. Coconuts that fall out of trees and hit people in the head kill 4 times as many humans as sharks do. Now, this is why. We're very fragile. You are more fragile than you think you are. On the news, South Beach, person bitten by the shark. Next day, same news. Now everybody staying in South Beach doesn't want to go in the ocean. Okay? Remember this. Watch. Is there anybody in this crowd that has never seen the movie Jaws? Raise your hand. See that? So guess what? You swim in the water, you hear the music. Dun, 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 dun. The back of your head. Now, this animal's born out of an egg and he's very fragile when he's born. The egg's this big. Babies are this long. Everything eats them in the beginning of life. Ants, birds, snakes, turtles, fish, every animal that you can think of eats them in the beginning of life. Out of 50 or 60, only 1 or 2 survive to become an adult. The 2 that survive eat everything they used to eat them. What do you call that? Perfection.
Perfection.
Okay, that's perfection. What is perfect? Life. Do you know, we're not living life, we're materialistic. Okay, that's the side effect of technology. We're forgetting we're part of nature. Okay? Technology, automobiles, guns, all technology makes you forget you're part of nature through time. She's taken 15 pictures of the same alligator. He's never changed positions yet. Only alligators do that. Only crocodilians do that to people. People go on one boat ride, they see 2 alligators, they go through 24 pictures. They develop their pictures, they're all the same. They film them for 5 minutes straight. When they get home and put their movie on, they say, what was I thinking? Only this animal does that to the human. And humans have worshipped them. Humans have seen them as dragons. And today, they're considered the last living dinosaurs. And today, they get the #1 ratings on TV. And today, all around the world, in places like this park, there are people like you right now staring at them. They move a leg, there goes. That's some big action, you know. Now, from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, everything on his body has a backup plan of protection. This is where they get interesting. Their blood is the strongest in the world against fighting bacteria. Today, humans are selling it to you in pill form and cream form. Did you know that? Do you know in every antibiotic that you take, there's something that comes from nature in there?
Yes.
Well, guess what? Proteins from their blood are being sold to you in pill form and cream form, called antibiotics, certain antibiotics. Oxygen levels in their blood. Has anybody ever heard of the hyperbaric chamber? Where do we come up with these inventions from? Where do we think of these things? Guess what? Studying animals like that. Oxygen levels in their blood are so high, many diseases we get and other animals get, they don't get. So the human starts scratching his head and saying, man, we got to build something that has super high levels of oxygen and see if this helps. Guess what? Some of the studies that we do on certain wildlife, certain trees, certain habitats, okay, help us last a longer time. Is this natural?
He says it's natural.
That was the action part of the show. Show is over. Now, they're studying against all kinds of diseases. Guess what? He loses his whole tail, right behind the back legs. That area of his body is bigger than my leg. He loses that tail, you would think, oh, he's going to automatically die. That's it, he's done. Another alligator bit his whole tail off. He has a backup plan for that. His blood clots more than any other blood in the world. So he loses the tail or loses the leg, he doesn't need to go to the doctor for stitches. Okay? They fight over territory, mates, and food. When they fight, it's about the most serious fight there is in the animal kingdom. Why? Because no animal bites harder than a crocodilian. In fact, crocodilians bite 10 to 15 times harder than the next animal that bites the hardest. What animal is in second place? The great white shark. 500 pounds of pressure per square inch biting pressure. They just did a test on a Nile crocodile in Africa, a wild one. The biggest rating of all times in bite pressure was that Nile crocodile, over 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch in his mouth. So what does that mean? Nothing bites harder than a crocodilian. Have I been bitten? Many, many times. I have bites all over my entire body. Over 90% of the bites in my body, though, are not from them. It's from the women in South Beach.
Ahorita no mostré.
You're about to see the smartest alligators in the world. Killer! You want food? Come, killer! Come! 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 Come, killer! Come! 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 Hold! 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 Hold!
Wow, nice.
Hold! 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 You want a snack? Believe it or not, he knows his name, he knows exactly what I'm asking him, okay, and he is, amongst this group, the oldest one, over 30 years old. Bobby. Bobby. Come here, Bobby. Come. Come. Hold. Hold. He's not trying to bite me. Notice how close he is to me. Notice not one time has he bit in my leg or my hand. He is not a dumb eating machine that attacks everything in sight. There is no Godzilla, King Kong, Jaws. Those are all creations by the human mouth. Remember, we talk a lot of okay? Things we don't know about, we talk about. Let go! You want a snack? You want a snack? Or do you want food? Want some food? Come. 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 He can grow back his teeth. If he loses any, he can go through thousands of teeth in a lifetime. He never has to go to the dentist. Come. If he goes ahead and gets to a big fight and receives a big injury, he usually recovers. In fact, this alligator's name is Split Jaw. He had a very big injury. Look at the broken jaw. Okay? Never went to the vet, not even one time. We don't know anything about humans. You think we know something about crocodilians? How long have we been trying to cure cancer, diabetes, many diseases around the world? So guess what? It's not recommended to take them to the vet. It's just a science project that we don't know much about. These are their ears. Their ears are closed so that nothing dirty in the water gets inside. His favorite sound is splashing. Do not ever swim and splash around them. Okay, swimming is not recommended around crocodilians. Go swim with dolphins. Even you can swim with sharks in certain places. But swimming with them, nowhere in the world. Not a good idea. Their eyes can sink into their skulls. This keeps them from losing the eyes in a fight. They have regular eyelids that give them darkness and moisture, and a clear eyelid that acts like a mask when they go in the water. Nose is located up front. They can smell something a mile away from where they're at. What are these little bumps all over their backs? These are bones that protect them. These bones absorb heat when they bask in the sun. Above 85 degrees in his stomach, he can digest feathers, bones, the shell of a turtle, the hair of an animal, the feathers of a bird. The amount of food you eat in a day is the amount of food he eats in a week. How come they're always eating on TV? So you don't change the channel. He's mostly muscle without ever doing any exercise. A human dream. Due to high levels of oxygen in the blood. His heart, he can slow it down under a heartbeat a minute. It's not rare to see a crocodile underwater 4 or 5 hours on a cold winter day. That's how they hide from the changes in the world. When the world changes, he adapts, staying without eating for over a year's time, surviving off his whole muscle and body fat. Everything on him has to pack a plan of protection. Physically, mentally, they have to be the most happy animal I've ever studied in my life. They're happy in a mud puddle with a rotten bird in their mouth. And this is what they do most of their life. It is a creature that is very hard to understand, mentally and physically. And you just saw how a human being has a relationship with an animal we never imagined you can have a relationship with. And not only an animal, a group of animals. They're smarter than you think they are, and most animals are. It just takes a smart human that's dedicated to figure it out. This is a beautiful creature many people love to look at, an animal to respect. Never ever fear anything. Enjoy your life, and remember to always do more for nature. We're forgetting we're part of nature. Our children are the future of tomorrow, and guess what? They're completely lost. I've never seen a generation of children that know less about nature than the ones coming up now. And I feel bad for their children. Okay, we must always be responsible adults, and we are part of nature. Without nature, you can't even breathe. Thank you very much for coming to the Everglades. The Everglades. The Everglades is an ecosystem like the rainforest in Central South America. Without those two, we wouldn't be able to breathe. This is the king of the jungle of the Everglades, the American alligator. Crocodiles are found here in South Florida also. The only place in the world where you find crocodiles and alligators living together. In the history of the United States, the American crocodile has never even bitten one person. I'll meet you outside with a small alligator. If you want to hold him and take pictures, we have a small fee. It's only $3. It goes to the caretaking of the animals throughout the park. Any donation we make besides that is greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for coming to the Everglades.